Welcome to my humble abode. I am Yorkie the Tail Spinner, and this Tales over Coffee. We start the day together with a cup of coffee and a narrative game, in the hopes of welcoming a blessed day. We return now to Harmony, Life, Fall of Reverie. I said Harmony, Life is Strange. It is by the same people, dontnod. Very different game. Lazlo's expecting me maybe more than anyone else. Revelations of Veiled Nodes. See the links extending from the icon, they point to the nodes that will be revealed. Same as Creek. I look up at the sky, the clouds floating by, obscuring the newly revealed stars. Familiar but unknowable, beautiful but ever-changing. I swear that sounds like the start of a song.
I came out here for like 2 hours last week.
I believe it.
They suck you in, don't they? Especially when the sea's calm and you can see them reflected down there.
I look over at her, neck craned upward, half smile on her lips. She seems calmer. I'm glad.
All right. Time to rip off the bandage. Let's go see Lazlo.
I'll be at your side.
I know you will.
She lowers her gaze from the heavens. Look me in the eye.
You haven't seen him the last few days? Full on denial. It's killing me to see him like this.
Sounds rough. But we'll find a way. Right? Even if we have to outdrink him with his own imported beers.
This brings me another smile, clearer this time.
They are so expensive. And I'm broke, just so you know.
We walk through the streets of our childhood, laughter bouncing off the old familiar walls. We chat as we go, and we're sad that one store closed, and mate that another has managed to stay open. We laugh, a godsend considering the circumstances. But the further we walk, the worse the flickers get. Bond's Estuary. Images of other places, possible places. Reverie. Birds flutter about my head, facing in and out of reality, and a kindly voice calls my name. And then he's there in front of me.
Greetings. Oh, did I startle you?
Maybe.
Where am I? Who are you? Another aspiration?
Exactly. I'm Bond. My siblings keep forgetting about me. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
He's Bond. Aspiration Bond. No, I guess not.
No. I guess I'm getting used to it. I feel at home, somehow.
Well, if he's Bond, that's probably because he's all about connection and home and belonging and community and so on.
Naturally. My path is one of community, friendship, and empathy.
Told you.
My mangrove forest is a place of warmth and safety. And I am an excellent host. The journey before you, Harmony, is one with many roads and even more destinations. I am here to guide you towards those that lead to understanding, not conflict.
I know this won't be as simple as that, unfortunately.
Oh, you mean your mother. I know you will find a way to see eye to eye with her.
Yeah, that sounds like someone who's into all kinds of bond and connection. Yeah, you'll make it work. Bad chance, but sure, let's pretend that's even remotely a possibility.
I don't wish to keep you. Before you go, I have but one piece of advice. Remain mindful of others. Then your journey may be one of discovery, not destruction.
Lazlo's bar. Before I can reply to this newest aspiration, I blink and I'm back on Athena.
Turns out he wasn't even talking to me. Can you believe it? What an idiot.
Alright, I'll believe it. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
Well, we're here.
Yep. She's right, Lazlo's bar. I give her a reassuring nudge, and we head to the counter. This place hasn't changed at all, except it's a little messier. Interesting definition of the word little. A lot messier, in fact. But the rest, ramshackle seating, the rickety counter, the rumble of the tram line overhead, this place always felt like a second home to me. And there, tending bar.
Polly, you're here. I'm so glad you're finally here.
Lazlo. He leaves the counter and comes over. Before I can react, he's grabbed me in a bear hug. My phone jams into my ribs, and I force a smile.
My word, it's good to see you, Polly. You look like a strong breeze would knock you over. Are you eating? Here, look, I've got snacks behind the bar.
Sure you do. Nora rolls her eyes. She wasn't wrong. His smile is too wide, his voice a bit too loud. Lazlo's a jolly fellow, but this is a bit too jolly for the situation. Why? Are you guilty of whatever happens to Mom? Isn't objective. Several objective notes have been revealed. It will be impossible to gather the crystals required to complete both objectives. You will have to make a decision. Will you follow Bliss's path, or Bond's instead? They ask Nora about Lazlo. Bond, a family tree is a fragile thing. Be careful how you handle it, Harmony. We need 2 Bond crystals or 2 Bliss crystals. So if we try to swap between them, well, I'm guessing it probably only opens one side, and you get crystals from them. That would make sense. That's hidden, isn't it? Well, Bliss has been with us longest, and got a certain attraction to the little kid, a little friendship, if you will, a little admiration of her sweet nature. Hold off for now. Bliss, you haven't seen each other for ages. Take it easy. Say you're stuck and wait. Lazlo bustles off to grab some unneeded snacks, and I turn to take in the place. It really is exactly the same, minus the extra mess. I can only see one thing that's really changed. The photo of Ursula that used to hang behind the bar. It's gone.
Here we go, a Polly special on the house.
He's brought over an armful of snacks and drinks, including several of my favourite brands, Athena made and spicy.
Ooh. Right down memory lane.
Wait, I forgot something. Don't move.
Yeah, he is a bit boisterous, isn't he? Yes. Got 1 harmony crystal. Okay. Lazlo talks to Nora. Lazlo opens to his friends. Fears and worries, something afoot with Lazlo, something beside Ursula's disappearance. With Lazlo fuzzing about behind the counter, Nora smiles and goes over to chat with some regulars. There are a few faces I recognise, names bubbling up from the fog of forgotten memory, Lazlo's friends. They look older, shrunken almost. Snippets of conversation drift my way. He's not been the same these last few days. What's wrong with him? I turn my head away. I don't need to hear anymore. They're worried too. I need to do something. Inevitable nodes. This inevitable node. You have no choice but to play this type of node when it becomes available. Alright. Lazlo leads the conversation. Lazlo's a pro at avoiding serious subjects. No choice but to listen to him now. I tried to strike up a conversation with him, but he immediately launched into a discussion of Alma's politics, the price of importing beer. I let him do the talking. It feels good to hear him talk about mundane things.
Nora tell you about the storm a while back?
I've seen pictures. How bad
Bit of flooding around the island, but the walls held and the roof barely leaked at home.
Huh.
Nora helped board up the bar. We had a good laugh at all the drowned drones the next day. Spotted some MK folks trying to scoop them up before they floated out to sea.
Competitive drone fishing.
He smiles and his face relaxes somehow.
The sport where nobody wins.
So we need 2 bliss crystals here. Gain a bond crystal. Gain a bond crystal. We have 1. Why couldn't we get each? If we went this way, we'd get a bond. This would give us our second bliss. Ah, okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. We could get 2 or 3 bliss at this point, and sorry, 1 to 3 bliss and 0 to 2 bond. I get you. The helping hand. Lazlo needs support even if he won't admit it. Why don't you show him the way? Or, if he's too shy to talk in front of Nora, you should give him some privacy. Well, I do tend to agree with that. I also tend to agree with that. But let people have their privacy. Absolutely. This is going to be tough. Lazlo is open and generous, but when it comes to his feelings, not so much. It could be hard to get through to him. I wait until he's busy with the customer to talk to Nora.
I've got a plan.
Tell me.
His friends are here. You're here. There's no way I'm getting him to open up in this place.
But if you took him on a little walk somewhere...
Exactly.
I knew there was a reason we called you back. Polly and her brilliant ideas.
There you go. She leans over the bar and grabs a soda, popping it open and hoisting it in
Good
cheers.
luck.
Lazlo's hands, wrapped in rags, smooth the fabric around and around the inside of the pint glass. Yeah, I'm not sure he's cleaning it that way. I thought he was fixing snacks. I touch him gently and he flinches. Pain and turmoil flash across his face. But then he catches himself and the plastic smile returns.
Come on. Let's take a walk.
What do you mean? You just got here. And the bar.
Nora can watch the bar for a few minutes. Come on. Just around the block. I want to see how it's changed.
He stares glassy-eyed into space before returning to the here and now. Nodding, he ever so gently places the glass on the counter. A few moments later, we're strolling arm in arm. I can feel the tension in his grip, in his stride. But I can't get through to him. I can get through to him, I know I can. The X means that the next node will trigger a revocation. It will block access to other nodes forever. Select a node with a revocation to see the nodes that will be blocked. That will block that side. Oh, that will... Oh. That will block that side. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I do want to get some... bond crystals. I'm curious. So let's go this way. Ask him about Nora. The way he acts around her tells me there's more going on than meets the eye. I start with the most important person to him in the whole wide world.
So, how's Nora doing?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is right now.
Sometimes I feel... She's fine. Yeah. Yeah, she's strong. She's fine.
She's not stupid either.
Mm-hmm.
What? No, of course she isn't. Why would you
Because
say
she's
that?
behaving like she is.
Because you know she knows that something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Lazlo, I'm sorry, but you're not fooling anyone.
We slow, stop. He unhooks his arm from mine. The fading sunlight throws his considerable shadow across me.
What are you talking about?
Nora's hurting every bit as much as you. Over all of this. Over Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
You need each other. And right now, I need both of you.
He goes to talk, finger raised, and stops. Closes his mouth. On him about denial bond. He needs to cross that bridge. Harmony, only you can make him. Guide him across. We stared out across the water, not moving, hardly breathing. The air is surprisingly still. Smells of approaching night wash over us. Lamb, spices,
You
cigarettes.
can't keep this up, you know. The denial.
Oh, I don't know so much. I can be pretty good at denial. I mean, a master at it. I won't deny it. Oh, shit.
I know you're hurting. Nora too.
He sighs, a deep exhalation tinged with sleepless nights and fear. When it's done, he stands unmoving, head cocked to the sky. Just as I'm about to speak, he relents.
I'm worried, Polly, about the future. You can't tell from the streets, but this whole island is crumbling. And everything we built, your mother and I, it can't stand against what's coming.
Why? What's
I'm
coming?
scared for Nora. What'll happen to her? To all of us. But fear isn't helping. Let's not dwell on it right now.
Why don't you tell me what you know's going on or what you think's going on? He smiles weakly. That's all I'm getting for now, but it's enough. He takes my arm again and we head back to the bar. It's been a long day. There are still some things that need to be said. Night has fallen, the place is almost empty, apart from Lazlo's friends and a phone browsing Nora. A lot of texts. I'm curious, but it's not my place to investigate. At least, not now.
It has been a day.
Definitely a day.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's creeping up on us already.
He nods his head at me, but this time it's genuine. There's a faint sparkle in his eyes. His armour isn't gone, but the straps have loosened. It's a start. And we can't do bond. Can do this. Bliss, he listened to his heart at last. There's a lot these two need to talk about. Indeed. By the time the last of the regulars shuffle off, I'm about ready to collapse onto the very cobbles beneath me. Nora hefts the remaining chairs up and into the storage locker. I make a token effort, but I'm exhausted. More hindrance than help. When we're done, Lazlo reaches up to close the shutter. Freezes. He turns, looks Nora dead in the eye.
Nora, sweetheart,
He takes a step towards her.
I'm so sorry. We're broke. Flat broke.
Well, that's no
The
good.
Naiads. We've run out of track. I don't know what else to do.
Run out.
Money's tight, Polly. Very tight.
I can't keep that from you any longer.
And now that
Now she's disappeared, I don't know what to do.
That's not good.
And I'm scared.
Nora takes a moment to absorb the information, a multitude of emotions flashing across her face. Then, without saying a word, she crosses to her grandfather, and the two embrace. There's no crying, just words. Just two people alone against the world. No, not two, not anymore. Three. The objective node may generate consequences that impact later chapters in the story. This will give you access to entire branches of the future and cut you off from others. Keep this in mind when planning the route of the augural. Not planning anything, I'm just following the story as best I can, and the characters to develop. End of chapter. Because of the choice you made when dealing with Lazlo, you made great progress towards an outcome. You have chosen the path laid out before you by an aspiration, but the future might be still in your hands. Outcomes have greater consequences than objectives. Will you stay on the same path, or would you rather change the course of the future? 8 out of 13. Act 1, Chapter 3. But a tyrant spell has bound me. See where this takes place, and this is where we'll pick up next time. Trusted Hand. See if I could trust Nora and Lazlo to find a lead. Polly's room. And we'll pick up at Polly's room next time. In the meantime, my friends, enjoy your coffee. May you have a blessed day. And if you want to help the channel grow, hit the like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you next time.